Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is Minesweeper o'clock. Morty, it's Minesweeper o'clock. Morty, Morty, it's Minesweeper o'clock. You have to get your Minesweeper game on.
But Rick, I don't know how to play Minesweeper. It's too complicated.
Well, Morty, lucky for you, I know how to play the game. So let me explain it real nice and simple for you. Even a little Morty like yourself could understand. So you're going to start off the game by choosing a random square on the board. Once you do that, it's going to blow up a little section. You're going to see a bunch of numbers. You see those numbers, Morty?
Yeah, Rick, I see those numbers. What does that even mean? I really have a hard time counting very high, Rick. But 1, 2, 3. Those are numbers I understand.
Yes, Morty. Every number on the board here represents that space and how many mines that it is touching. So that can be its left, its right, its up, down, or diagonal in any of its directions. That is how many mines it's touching, Morty. You have to try to complete the board and clear everything without setting off a mine. You set off a mine by clicking a square that is a mine with the left click. If you right click, Morty, this is what you do. You add a little flag. That means that that's a mine, you know it's a mine, and now you can't click on it. But you can take the flag away.
Wow, Rick, that's pretty straightforward. Well, what do we do?
Morty, so look at this number 3 here. You may be a little confuzzled because, well, it's touching 3 mines, but as you can see, it's already touching 2, so how do we figure out which one of these 2 is the mine? Well, context clues, Morty. We can look at other numbers around to see if maybe that works. So see this number 2, Morty? You see this number 2?
Oh yeah, Rick. I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No, Morty, I'm talking right to you. So it's only touching this square, and there's one other square it's touching. Which one is that? Here, take the mouse. Which is it?
It's this one right here, Rick.
That's correct. So you're going to right-click it, indicate that that's the mine. Now you know that this one's safe to click. What about this number 3, Morty? What's the other mine?
Well, it looks like these are 2 of them, Rick. And it's not touching that one. And it's not touching this one over here. So it must be this one, Rick.
No, Morty, no, that's not correct. That's not correct at all. You're actually really stupid, Morty. You're really dumb. That's not it.
Oh, it's going to be this one, Rick.
That's right. That's right. All right, Morty. What about this little section over here? Doesn't this look a little bit confusing?
Yeah, Rick, that's really confusing. What is it?
Well, Morty, here's a little secret. Here's how you know that this mine is safe. It's so safe, in fact, that I'm going to click it before I even put the mine down. But I'm going to explain why this square is safe and the others aren't, Morty. So here you have a number 3. And you got 2 flags touching this number 3, Morty. That means either one of these could be the third mine that makes that a 3. Does that make sense?
Yes, Rick, that makes perfect sense.
So, if it's one of these that has to be the third mine, we know that this isn't a mine because this, number 1, is only touching 1 mine. And since it must be one of these, then this one is safe.
Wow, Rick, that's really great. Thank you.
Yeah, Morty, don't mention it. But now we need to figure out which one of these is the mine, now that we figured out that this one is not the mine. So that wasn't entirely useful, Morty, because now we've got to really think about our decision here. But we could go to another spot first. For example, this number 2 up here is touching 2 flags, meaning all of these adjacent spaces are safe to click and get rid of, including this one and this one. And by that reasoning, we can see that this one was the mine all along, meaning this is safe, and since these ones are touching this flag, these 3 are also safe, Morty. Look at how cool that is. Now, my voice is getting really tired. I'm going to bring in some other person to teach you about Minesweeper.
Who, Rick? Who are you going to bring in to teach me about Minesweeper? You're so smart. I think you should be the one that teaches me.
No, Morty. I have to go. You see, I have to get someone else to teach you how to play Minesweeper because I'm not really sure, but I have to go now.
All right, Rick. Wow, geez, I wonder who's going to teach me how to play this game.
It's me, Peter from Family Guy.
Peter from Family Guy? I don't know you. What's Family Guy? Rick, what's Family Guy?
Family Guy is the TV show I'm from, Morty. Now I'm going to show you how to play Minesweeper. So you're going to click any square on the board and hope you get lucky.
No, Peter, that's not how you play Minesweeper. My grandpa Rick, he just taught me how to play it correctly. Let me show you. So you have to use reason and logic to figure out which one's the mine. So, okay, let's see this over here. So this number 2 is touching 2 mines, one of which is here. The other 2 is the mine. And this is also touching another mine, which could be either one of these. I'm going to guess this one. Wow, I got incredibly lucky. That's not how you play Minesweeper, Peter. That was a blind guess. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Minesweeper. Hope you enjoyed that drawn-out intro. Don't really know what compelled me to do that. Maybe it was the spirit of Rick and Morty. What can I say? Anyway, here we are once again playing a game. I'm going to try to make this quick because I have some charcoal face mask on that I have to get rid of. And I feel like there's a part of me that's still talking like Rick right now. I'm talking in my voice, but I feel like there's some sort of Rick in the way I'm speaking, as you can hear. There's some Rick in the way that I'm speaking. It's probably not the best Rick accent. In fact, it's probably one of the worst you've ever heard. And now it's turning into somewhat of a Donald Rick, a Rick Trump sort of voice. Okay, I'm going to stop with the voices and just try to play the game. So, well, this is a bit of an interesting board, if I do say so myself. So, I'm going to go ahead and just fucking guess. That's why we... Oh, that's why we don't guess in Minesweeper. That's why we don't do it. Elaine, what's the deal with guessing in Minesweeper? They say you're not supposed to guess, but I guess all the time, and it seems that I get away with an awful lot. This really reminds me of the last board that we just played. I mean, look, we had the same situation over here. Fuck me, man. This is going to be a short episode, because I got to take this mask... What the hell? Why would you... What the helly? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? How could you do this to me? This is a very interesting thing it's making me do. It's really quite something. Yeah, anyway, hope everyone's having a good Labor Day. That's the day that I'm recording this, is Labor Day. Work was great. There's pretty much no one that was around. Nothing happened because it was, well, it was Labor Day. The most important holiday in American history. So thank you, Jesus Christ, for laboring today. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this amazing holiday. All right, well, this seems to be a fun little conundrum. Well, bro, I'm kind of feeling lazy today, if you can't tell, with my mining and sweeping. It's one of those days. I didn't wake up with a vengeance or anything. I actually didn't wake up thinking about Minesweeper today. So I didn't wake up with a vengeance. I didn't wake up with a thirst for blood. I didn't wake up with a sense that I have to dominate the game. I love this commonality that I've noticed. I talk in every single episode I record just how bad I am at Minesweeper, which is a testament, well, to how bad I am at Minesweeper. But maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe if I say how good I am at Minesweeper, I'll stop losing. So let's give that a shot for the rest of this game. I'm really good at Minesweeper, and that's something that I take a lot of pride in, because Minesweeper can be a difficult game at times. Is it a fun game? Absolutely. But it can also be quite a difficult one. It's a fun little challenge. It's a fun little way to challenge yourself. And I, for one, love to sweep mines away. Boom, look at how good we're doing, because I'm good at Minesweeper. And we're doing quite a good job 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's one more mine over there that we'll find out. Obviously, it's that one. Man, I love playing Minesweeper. Wow. I love playing Minesweeper. It but Minesweeper. A Minesweeper. So actually, just a couple of hours ago, my fucking car, its tire blew out. Yes, indeed, everybody. My car's tire just decided, oh, well, I'm out this hoe. Remember when people used to say that? I'm out this hoe. Well, my car decided to say it, actually. It's the first time I've heard that uttered in quite some time, to be honest. But I was just driving and I was almost home, and then my car tire just, it felt and sounded like I ran over something. And so I was like, oh crap. And that was kind of the end of my thought process until about 15 seconds later, I continue to drive and I hear this rumbling sound and I feel this rumbling sound. And actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to take off the face mask after all. I'm just going to do it now. It's been on there quite a while. Minesweeper. Well, I didn't get it all off, but I'm a lazy piece of crap, so I'm just gonna leave it on. But you know what? I'm also good at Minesweeper, so we're gonna win. Anyways, as I was saying, so a couple seconds later, I started feeling and hearing the rumbling, and I was like, well, shit. It was clear to me that the rim was the one doing all the work on the front right side of my car. And so I decided, well, I guess I've got to pull on over. And thankfully, so there's 3 entrances in my neighborhood, 2 of which have keypads, 1 of which is remote access only. But that was the closest one to me, and I really was driving on this for quite some time. I really didn't feel like it was a good idea to keep driving to the other entrance, put in the code, and then continue to drive inside. So I just said, I'm going to just park in this entrance and I'm just going to call AAA. And so my car doesn't have a spare tire. Can you believe it? It just has this very handy dandy tire repair kit. Probably a couple of bandages and maybe some duct tape. Maybe an air pump if I'm lucky. But the thing is, the tire at this point was so completely fucked up. When I got out my car to look at it, it was bubbled up, it was torn. It was like, well, there's no chance. There's no way the tire repair kit is this extensive and good that this actually does any good for me or my tire. And so I didn't even bother with that. So I called AAA. The lady is the one that told me that my car does not have a tire repair kit, which, does not have a spare tire. And so at that point, I was like, well, okay. That was my response to the whole ordeal. But then I just had someone tow it. It took like an hour. But I had somebody come in the tow truck. He didn't come in the tow truck, but he came driving with his tow truck. Let me just take you I'm just going to give you a minute by minute scene play about how this all happened, because it wasn't exactly that I realized I didn't have a spare tire and then the tow truck came. No, 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 no. This was an hour and a half of me sitting in my car waiting for the tow truck to come. And so I got incredibly bored because my phone was almost dead. The phone charger I have in my car is so fucking terrible, dude. It's so fucking bad that, it's so fucking bad that if there's no point in even like charging anything, basically. Basically, it's not even a point in trying. So I couldn't use my phone. I found entertainment in myself by yelling at cars as they went by, as they sat on the curb. I just yelled hello at them. And then I also had this really fun thing where I would press the crosswalk button when cars were coming by, and I'd make them wait. Is that kind of evil? Is that kind of an evil thing to do? I just felt so powerful because I was thinking, they're under my control. They're only stopping because of me. I affected and touched the lives of tens of people, maybe 30 to 40 people. I would see the car come by, I'd press the cross button, and then I'd run somewhere else. I'd run to my car, making it look like I was just sitting there waiting, but most of these people probably have good enough observational skills to realize that I was the one that pressed the button and I had ran away like a pussy. Yeah, but that was fun. I just guessed on that mind there, and that's that one too. I'd rather tell the story than play the game right now, and it's currently a little bit difficult for me to do both at the same time. So anyway, so that's how I entertained myself during that little waiting period, was basically just inconveniencing people and screwing up their night, which, it's not like I think that I'm an evil person, and I don't typically care to do things like that, I'm not an evil person. I don't like to screw with people's lives or anything, but it was just a fun way to pass the time. It was mildly inconveniencing. That's not an evil thing to do. Like, mildly inconveniencing somebody is not an evil thing to do. It may be a little stupid and pointless. Yes, I'll get behind that. I entirely agree with that notion. But is it evil? I think that's a bit of a stretch. Now, you could argue that some of these people may have been on the way to their family in the hospital. And to that I say, how am I supposed to know that? And there's my defense. Your Honor, I am now exonerated from any wrongdoing because I just simply didn't know any better. Anyhow, that was my fun little thing. And so eventually the guy showed up, and then he took my car. I watched it get loaded up onto here, I'll include a picture of it. It's going off to the metal crusher. It's going off to the scrap yard, the scrappies. I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if that's some sort of terminology for the scrap yard. I don't know why there'd be slur. I don't know why there'd be a term or slang for that. Out of anything, you're going to make a slang word out of why the scrap yard for your car. Don't know. I don't think it's that important to us. We have slang words for things that are important to us, which is why there's so many different words for money. There's so many different words for sex. There's so many different words for pussy and dick and all that, because, pussy and dick means a lot to the best of us, of course. That's why there's only one word for Minesweeper, because we don't value it as a society. But all these other things, we certainly do. And so that is my little commentary on that matter. Anyway, so yeah, that was the little happening of today. Oh my god, you guys, I am good at Minesweeper. Let's not forget our affirmations that I think I'm going to start doing if this ends up paying off. Right now it doesn't seem like it is paying off. So I don't know, maybe words don't carry any weight after all, but maybe they carry just a little bit. Not enough to help me win at a game I'm really good at, but maybe something will come of whatever eventually. Anyway, so little update with, yeah, maybe there's someone out there that's wondering, Alec, is there an update about that person you went on a date with? Yes, there is. And by update, I mean the complete lack thereof. I think the lack of an update entirely at this point is, in a sense, an update. It's an update in the sense that nothing more needs to be said because nothing more was said. We went on one date, and I don't know if maybe she just wasn't feeling me enough. But we texted a little bit since then, but overall, nah, I think she's done with me. And honestly, that is completely okay in my book. I told her about my Minesweeper YouTube channel, and I mean, she probably got a little bit intimidated, and rightfully so. She probably got a little bit intimidated that if I can sweep those mines so well, then maybe I'm hiding something about something. Yeah, I know. I have many deep secrets. Many of which can intimidate the average Joe or Joette or Joel or gender-neutral version of Joe, which could just be Joe without the E at the end. That's pretty gender-neutral to me. But what do I know? I'm only non-binary. I don't know everything, and I don't know everyone. So anyway, yeah, it's not like these things you're gonna hear about in these Minesweeper Let's Plays are gonna be any groundbreaking. These aren't groundbreaking sagas to my life or anything. Am I kind of disappointed that things didn't go anywhere? I mean, maybe. I guess in the sense that anyone would be disappointed that someone is just not interested in them, you know? It must just be the way it goes. But that is just the way it goes. And there ain't really nothing you can do about it. So, oh well. Anyway, it was fun to talk about it. It was fun to say that I told some person that I went on a incredibly spontaneous date with that I record myself playing Minesweeper and I spend hours a day on it, and that is exactly what I told her. I spend so much time on Minesweeper, in fact, that I am actually really good. You'd actually be impressed by how good that I can be at Minesweeper. We need to come up with another word for Minesweeper, because, I mean, if here's a drinking challenge idea, is just take a shot every time I say the name of this game that I'm playing, because holy shit, you would kill your liver in about 18 minutes. I don't know why, I don't know how. I mean, there's more interesting things in my life than Minesweeper, but I just end up saying it so fucking much that it's just the talk of the town. It's just the talk of the town, apparently. You ever been to Alectown? Yeah, well, the talk of the town is Minesweeper, because that's all they talk about, and it's really the only thing that they know how to say. Do you guys see how that rapid clicking helped me figure out which one was the mine, which one wasn't the mine? All right. Anyway, and we're almost there. We're almost done with the game. And boom, guys, we did it. We did it. That was actually, wow, well, we did it. All right, nice. I think these words of affirmations are really helping. It did take us, I don't know, how many games was that? 7, 8? Who knows? But I beat it in 273. No thanks to myself. No. Positive affirmations only here. Thanks to my skill in Minesweeper. Not my intellectually superior levels of reasoning, but just a level of skill that I can appreciate and respect in myself without getting too cocky. Thanks to that, we beat the game in 273, which isn't actually the worst. Anyways, guys, see you on the flip side.